Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video this morning. Here I'll be doing on Bitcoin. I'm a little under the weather today, so just trying to battle a little flu here. Nothing like those over in China are experiencing, thankfully. But at any rate, of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I am giving my opinion here on the market, and you're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. And let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. So finally, we've had a little bit of a pullback, which is nice. But in the grand scheme of things, as you can see, this is very minor pullback that we have seen so far here on Bitcoin. Um, what I am expecting is a three-wave correction. I'm going to drill in here just a little bit, but of course, just to kind of previously outline, I know this is a little messy here, but previously outline some of the buying opportunities that we have had. One is right here in this area where we have um, the green 1 hour, the yellow 3 hour, and the red 12 hour down here in oversold conditions. That was a nice bottom there. Next area that was a good opportunity for buying was right here, which I've already highlighted. That was back here at about 76 to 7,700. The next area which was providing a buying opportunity was right here. Again, these are all three of these indicators that are all aligning at the same place. And these have all, just for the record, all of these have been bottoms for Bitcoin on the way up. We had another opportunity, which was right here, although it was not as good, in my opinion, because the 12-hour was not down in oversold territory. So if I just kind of highlight this a little bit here, let me zoom in so that it's easier to see. So right here, we had the green 1 hour and the yellow 3 hour that were both down here in oversold territory, but the red was not. The red was only about halfway there, and then of course that was right here in this area, and we saw the cross on the red didn't actually happen until up here when we were already taking out making new highs, at least for the short term. We did do a little bit of ranging here, and then we finally made our push up. Now, what we did see here in this area right here, we saw the green 1 hour, the yellow 3 hour, and the red 12 hour were all in overbought territory. Okay, so this was a sign that we're starting to maybe get a little bit of exhaustion, and that was right here in this area. We did push a little bit higher, and we got up to about 10,200. All right, excuse me. We got up to about 10,200, and then we have a rejection. Now, I'm comfortable saying that we're going to likely bounce here at the 9,600 level. This is actually lining up quite nice. So using Fibonacci, we're pulling from the top down here to the bottom, which coincidentally was at the very bottom of our channel that we had outlined a while back. Right down to the bottom, and then we had a rejection at the 618. It was an immediate rejection at the 618, which leads me to believe we're probably going to be maybe bouncing here just a little bit. But if we can continue to close below the 382, which is at 9,900 exactly, then I would say that this move down to our algo target of $9,601 is likely going to hit. That likely is going to be a valid. Here we have it. We have a valid A, B, and a C correction. So I would be willing to buy the dip at $9,600. Something that I do like here is that the yellow 3 hour is approaching oversold territory, and the green 1 hour is it's just kind of floating there. But if we can get both of these down here into oversold territory, I would say that there is a good chance that this does bounce at the 9,600 level. But one thing that does concern me, I apologize, I sound terrible because I'm under the weather, but one thing that does concern me is the 12 hour. The 12 hour is beginning a new downward trend. So, very possible, if we do get this quick ABC, what likely can happen is pulling out a new fib from here, going down to our algo target, which is at 9,600. So if we do an ABC, and then we continue from down here doing another A, B, C, up here to about 99.70, still not being able to push above the 10,000 level, right? This is all hypothesizing. This is not guaranteed to happen. But if we go up here to the 618 on that, then it is also very likely that what we end up doing from here is doing another a B, and then we're going to go down to an algo target, which is further down at about 94.50. It's possible that happens. If that happens, it still remains to be seen. At least for right now, I'm saying that 10,200 is the top until we can start taking over 10,000. 10,000 is going to be the next level that we have to overtake. Howdy, Todd. How are you doing? So if we continue trading below 9,900, 10,000, then I would say that it is very possible that 10,200 was the top for this move. But, this still has a complex correction that still remains to be seen. Again, this is probably going to look a little bit like this. From this B, do an A, B, and a C. Then we're going to be looking for an A, B, C into an A, B, C into a B, B, C into the C. Then we do a much bigger A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, and then A, B, C down to our target here, which is going to be at about 94.60. That is if all of that happens exactly the way that I think it might. But still, this is overall macro bullish. Okay, so let me move to a 4-hour time frame here, and I'm going to get rid of this. I'm actually just going to hide it for the time being, just to clean this chart up just a little bit. So one thing that happened, obviously, we had an internal retracement, then a follow-through candle here. So we took out all of these lows. That we were previously making, which is at where this candle open was, which is at about $10,050. Then we took out this one, which was a pretty interesting candle to take out, which was at 99.07, and that is currently proving to be resistance. Okay, so simple support and resistance on a 4-hour candle. We have this level right here, which is, really this is pretty important. This is pretty important right here at this 9900 level, because what this was, as we can see very clearly, this was resistance, more resistance, and then we pushed up, and then it attempted to be resistance again on this big major push down to 9700, but then it was just resistance one candle ago. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But that 9,900 level is going to be pretty important. Ultimately, 10,000 is the level that we really need to stay below if you're a bear. If you're in any short position, I would be cutting my losses about 99.50 or so. That's going to be the level that we really need to stay below for a bearish continuation to the downside. But a lot of this is still, in flux. A lot still has to happen here. We did see some good, at least in the last few 4-hour candles, good downwards pushes, but from a volume perspective, it's not all that great. It's not all that great. Significant amount of volume, but still not enough. Not enough. We didn't see what I would expect to see from a nasty bearish continuation standpoint. For us to push back down to 7,000, we need to see more bearish volume, and that could totally happen on a push back up to almost 10K. Again, we'll have to wait and see what happens. So that's my thought on Bitcoin. I suppose let me give you my flip side. If this was the bottom here at 9,700, we really need to see a push to the upside. We need to see our Stokes start to see bullish crosses, especially on the 12-hour. But for a bullish continuation to the upside, again, I'm starting to look at 11,000. If we're able to take over 10K again, then I would say that the 618 here at 11,031.50 is likely going to happen. But we still have to take over 10K again. And then ultimately, of course, 10,200. But crossing above 9,000, 10,000, and closing on a higher time frame candle, like a 3-hour or a 4-hour candle, that will give you a little bit more confidence that we're going to see that continuation to the upside at 11K. Otherwise, 10,200 could have been the top. So that's what I've got for you right now. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If you want into our Discord, just throw in a comment and I will get an invite code out to you. I know that I've got an invite code I got to send out to somebody right now. But thanks for watching, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good afternoon, and a good evening.